Hello, we are the team two, and we will do following activity that deals with a comparative table on the United States and the United Kingdom with points to highlight. At this point, we will see the economy between the two countries, and we can take as the main point the scope that presents itself between both. Although we know that the United States has global reach to the state and that it has a very market presence and journey compared to United Kingdom, which in Europe can have to influence it, and in those nations that are close do not present the scope that the United States has. Another very market difference is the focus that is in its economy has in the United Kingdom is reflected in the society and its public service that it offers of these citizens, which on the other hand in the country comparative its focus goes towards the technology and defense of this country in addition to the private sector. Um, the money in United States, the currency is the UC dollar, and the United Kingdom is the pound sterling. And the previous comment is that this point, the expenses focus in defense and technology. Taxes are the federal, state, and local levels. It has a very influential and important presence globally. Its market is a flexible and competitive. It is largest reserve and center in the world. In the focus is a private sector. And United Kingdom, the current spending on the public service shows a healthy and social welfare, having even with a slightly higher tax burden and helps to finance public service and continues improving them. It's greater security and benefits to its workers. Although it has high influence, it's more representative in local region, Europe, and are in areas surrounding the country. Likewise, the sport this makes are seen throughout Europe, but outside this.
In pronunciation, key difference between a British and American accents include the pronunciation of the R, rhotic in American and non-rhotic in British. The pronunciation of T, which often sounds like a D in American, and difference in the pronunciation of vowels, especially and O. Additionally, British English uses the present perfect for recent action, while American English tends to use the simple past. Finally, there are differences in spelling such as all versus all of, of all vocabulary. For example, in the United Kingdom, say color, and United States color. United Kingdom flower, United States flower. United Kingdom humor, United States humor. United Kingdom labor, United States labor. United Kingdom neighbor, United States neighbor. Now, measuring system. In the United Kingdom, the country has formally abandoned the English system and used the international system, for example, kilometers. Although pounds, ounce, etc. are still used colloquially, while the United States, the English system, which includes pounds, ounces, inch, feet, etc., remain in use.
Hi, good afternoon. There are some characters that differentiate the United Kingdom done in the United States, and politics, which are in United Kingdom, constitutional monarchy and parliamentary system, and PM care starting labor science 20 and 24, Parliament, House of the Commons elect, and House of the Lords June elected, Labor and conversation comparative reform URK and SNP general election every 5 years and devolving parliament time and schooling well and immigration and HS crisis cost of living recounting of Palestine and PMD depends on the Palestine confidence you decided oversight. And before in the United States, Federal Republic president system, the President Donald Trump Republic signs 2025, Congress and Senate of House of the States and Republics, Democrats, option presidential election every 4 years, Congress renews, and 2 and 6 years. Federalist, strong power for states and immigration, climate policy, rollback, civil rights debates, foreign policy section. A strong separation of the powers, Congress, Supreme Court, and state to limit the president.
Okay, now we are gonna talk about difference between United Kingdom and United States, most in focus on sports and education, right? I'm gonna talk about first of it, about sports. United Kingdom, football soccer is the most popular sport, and almost every town has a team. In that country, we have um, some kind of sports, but they focus or they play more soccer than other sports now. Also, in American football, the most popular sport with many people watching the NFL, but um, United States has a big leagues like NFL, like football, and basket and baseball. That kind of sports play a lot of United States, and on in my opinion, I can prove it because I watch a lot of sports, and they focus on basketball and baseball, football. That is the most principal sports for that country. Um, like the culture or the culture of the fathers of parents, they focus on NBA or football. Also, in United Kingdom is more different because they focus on soccer, right? Also, cricket is a traditional English sport, especially popular in summer. Rugby is also very important with big competition like the Six Nations, right? Wimbledon, is like tennis, is the oldest tennis tournament and very popular every summer. Actually, I like tennis. I I watch that tournament, and it's very important because a lot of people of the other countries participate and for a place and for promotion to create new brands or something like that. All right. Sporting are usually connected to low connected
to local clubs, not schools. Also in United States, the Super Bowl is the most important sport event with millions of viewers and concerts. And sports are strongly connected to schools and universities, and college games are very popular. We we watch we watching a lot of sports and college games. I can notice too they are many popular because they have a connection to the major league, right? Actually, I'm gonna talk about education. In United Kingdom, students usually finish secondary schools at age 16. Then they can go to college or start to work. In difference about United States, students usually finish high school at age 18. Then they can go to college or work. Before university, students often take the CAT or ACT exams, which test math, reading, and writing. Right. Also, in United Kingdom, the exams or the lessons focus more on reading, writing, grammar, something like that, things like that, and exams. Well, the exams is more important than sports or activities that you do in high school, secondary, um, things like that, right? Also, United Kingdom, many schools have uniforms, which makes all students look the same, right? Also, in United States, most schools do not have uniforms, so students wear casual clothes. Like, first of all, like universities, uh, we can wear casual clothes, and that's okay. But and United Kingdom has a different culture. Um, they need to use clothes, este, some type of clothes to look the same, and it's a respect or it's a prestige of the university or high school or something like that, right? University is expensive, but it usually costs less than in the USA and United Kingdom. But in United States, university is very expensive and many students need loans to pay for it. And education is divided into school, middle school, and high school, right? About United Kingdom is some different. It's like education is divided into primary school, age 5 to 11, and secondary schools, age 11 to 16, and that's it.
A part of culture, we put, I search for different characteristics, kind of the culture, the movements, music, food, and one of religion, and also sense of humor. It's part of the culture of both countries. In United Kingdom, the culture of punk was emerged with a message of rebellion with a characteristic genre of music. In the United States, the most listened music was the country music or blues. There was invented a culture of heavy metal. Also, in United States, there was a lifestyle of hippie. That kind of mm, mm, cultural and historic movements those both in both countries. The sense of humor In the English humor is known for being sarcastic and ironic, and American humor tends to be more direct and exaggerated. Also, in aspects of religion, United Kingdom has a official religion that is England is the Anglicanism. That is one of the is the main religion in United Kingdom. In United States, we have a it's a secular country that is has a very diverse religions, so everybody can choose their own religion. There is obviously in United Kingdom they are open mind also, but the most the most mm, um, used is the Anglicanism. And in the English food is traditionally saltier and less seasoned, and American food, which is more diverse, is multicultural.